Hello, in this video I'm gonna show you the productivity tricks on the REALME 14. Okay, so let's begin with opening our settings first. Now let's drop down a little bit until we find the accessibility and convenience. And let's begin with the AI Smart Loop. Okay, so in here we have quick guide, what can we do with that. So we can enable quick functions in apps, spin the loop, share screenshot, and share the content. You can see also below exactly what you can do. Okay, so now let's take a screenshot, for example. Now let's quickly drag it with our circle, and let's put it to the right side. And that's how we enable this loop, this circle. Okay, to move around this menu and how to change possible apps, we need to point a little bit to the upside or a little bit to the downside to spin the wheel. Okay, and now what can we do with that screenshot? For example, when I'll point on the Google, when I'll find it. Okay. When I select, I can in here save the image or search as an image. So for example, when I release finger right now, it has searched similar photos to it in the Google. Okay, so let's do it again. But this time let's pick another app. Let it be, I don't know, the Gemini. We can release our finger. And now, as you can see, the phone automatically copied and pasted the screenshot and put it in this bar in the AI. So it also helps a little bit with the time and can boost your productivity. Okay, now let's go back into the settings once again, into the accessibility, and let's click on the Smart Sidebar. Make sure it's enabled right in here. You can also see the quick instruction how to use that. And now let's open up our sidebar first. Okay, so in here, as you can see, we can file docs, open recent files, take a screenshot, record screen, translate the screen, open up my files, open up the calculator, follows, recorder, and also if you click on all, you will see all of the apps, the whole list. Also, you can edit and add those apps that you are interested in into the sidebar. So it's a pretty cool feature, in my opinion. You have the most needed apps at one hand. You simply open your sidebar just like that by performing this move. And here we can, for example, take a screenshot. As you can see, it works. Now let's open Photos through the sidebar. And as you can see, those apps are opening in the floating window. I'm gonna show you how the floating window works in a second. But now let's go back into the settings. If you click on the floating bar, you can click to do not hide or auto hide the bar. You can adjust its size, its transparency, and place it on the screen up or down. It is completely up to you. And you can select the size. It can be on the left or on the right. Okay, so that's about the sidebar. Now let's go into the split view for now. Okay, to open up the split view, which is basically the split screen, it's the same. We need to open up, we can enable it by swiping our three fingers up. We can do it using our sidebar or enter split screen from recent tasks. Okay, so I'm gonna show you all options, but to enable the split screen, let's open up some apps first. It can be the notes and the calculator, for example. So now let's try with the three finger. Now let's select the second app, and now we are in the split screen mode. So it's good for multitasking, for example. We don't need to switch between the apps. We can just set them. We can split the screen in half and place apps that we need on the screen. All right. Now let's try with the second method, how to open up the split screen. So let's, for example, hold the calculator, and now when I will release my finger, it actually hid it right in here. And now I need to select the second app. It can be the recorder, and it also works, as you can see. And now from the recent apps, let's click on those three dots, and in here we can also enable the split screen. It works in the same way. Okay, next thing is the floating windows. To open it up, let's go to the settings, click on floating window. Okay, in here we can also see the instruction how to open floating windows. When it comes to the window control, we have buttons or the gestures. It is completely up to you. And if you want, you can also open up the tutorial. I'm gonna show you the tutorial. You can read everything for yourself. And now let's open some app in the floating window. It can be the photos. Click on floating window, and now it has been successfully opened. You can adjust its size by holding on the edge, and you can also place it on the screen. To place it on the screen, simply hold and click this thin bar, keep holding, and you can place it wherever you want on the screen. Also, when you want to exit, click on that X button right in here. You can also maximize the window. And if you click on that icon, it minimalizes and it's sticking to the edge of the screen. So if you want to have more clearer view, I suggest you use this option. And if you want to enable, simply click on that and the floating window appears. All right, now let's go with the Gemini, which is another cool option, which is basically the AI on the Android phones. And if, for example, let's say you want to save some time and you want to know, for example, I'm giving you old examples, that who was the first man on the moon. And the best thing is that you don't need to do this manually and surf the internet. You can simply ask the AI who was the first man on the moon. You can type it on the keyboard, or you can also use the voice commands. And to get access to the Gemini, you don't need to look for the apps. You can simply hold the power button and the Gemini will launch. I'm gonna show you how this works. Who was the first man on the moon? And now, as you can see, we have our answer. And it's basically same with anything. You can ask him for a, I don't know, pizza recipe, or to get any other information that you want. Okay, now let's go back into the settings again. And let's click on the quick launch. Okay, if you choose to enable it, in here we have again quick instruction how this works. So basically, to use that mode, you need to have your fingerprint selected. And now let's hold on our button, just like that. And now from here we can access the notes, the calculator, the camera, or the recorder. So now I'll point on the camera, I'll raise my finger, and the camera launched, as you can see. to select and adjust the settings. Sorry, the apps that you want. Click on Edit. In here you can add some more functions or other apps. Then simply click on Done and it will be saved. Okay, so that's all on this video. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment and subscribe.